You guys are not going to believe some of the classic cars sitting for sale right now. Because today, we found everything from a supercharged 65 Mustang to a fully restored bright yellow 69 Camaro to a super rare 4-speed Plymouth Fury that most people have probably never even seen before.
Car number 1. '67 Chevrolet Camaro SS Coupe, Charlton, Massachusetts, $44,995. We're starting strong with a bright red 1967 Camaro that just screams old-school American muscle. And honestly, first-year Camaros always have a special feel to them. Because back in 1967, Chevrolet was finally stepping directly into Mustang territory, and they absolutely nailed it. This particular car is powered by a 350 V8 paired with a 4-speed manual transmission and a posi rear end, which already tells you this thing was built to be driven, not just parked at car shows. The seller says the car was freshly restored with beautiful bright red paint and a super clean underside. And visually, red with black interior on a first-gen Camaro is basically impossible to go wrong with. Now the interesting part here is the SS badging. The seller is very upfront and honest about not having a build sheet, so they can't officially verify whether it's a true factory SS car or not. And honestly, that kind of transparency is refreshing, because plenty of sellers online would just claim it's real without proof. But regardless of paperwork, this still sounds like a genuinely fun muscle car. No power steering, no power brakes. That means the car keeps that raw, mechanical 1960s driving experience where you actually feel connected to the road. And honestly, for a lot of enthusiasts, that's the entire point. The seller even says this thing is a real fun time on the road, and you can already tell exactly what they mean. 4-speed manual, small block V8, lightweight early Camaro body, bright red paint, this is classic American muscle in its purest form.
Car number 2. 1961 Mercury Monterey, Branford, Connecticut, $28,500. Now this next car feels completely different. Smooth, elegant, classy, almost futuristic in that early 1960s space-age kind of way. A 1961 Mercury Monterey convertible, finished in gold dust metallic with brown interior. And honestly, these early 60s Mercurys are some of the most underrated American cruisers out there. The styling alone is fantastic. Long body lines, restrained chrome, dramatic rear proportions, and those clean jet-age design cues that manufacturers were obsessed with back then. The seller mentions that the Monterey was the top series in the Mercury lineup for 1961, and you can definitely feel that upscale personality throughout the car. Power comes from a rebuilt 352 cubic inch Mercury Marauder V8, backed by a rebuilt 3-speed dual-range automatic transmission. And honestly, the phrase, "carefree driving is a finger touch away," actually fits this car perfectly. Because this isn't supposed to feel aggressive or sporty, it's supposed to feel effortless. The seller also lists a bunch of recent mechanical updates, including new brakes, brake booster, radial tires, fresh exhaust, new carpeting, and a brand new power convertible top. That's important, because old convertibles can become expensive quickly if those systems don't work properly. And visually, gold paint with brown interior sounds incredibly period correct. This feels like the kind of car somebody would slowly cruise to a waterfront diner in while old jazz music plays through the speaker. Cars from this era had personality, a lot of personality.
Car number 3. 1967 Ford GT500, Kingston, New Hampshire, $180,000.
All right, now we're talking serious muscle car royalty. A
a 1967 GT500 style Mustang with a 428 dual quad setup. And honestly, whether you're a Ford person or not, cars like this instantly grab attention. The 1967 Shelby GT500 became legendary because it combined Mustang styling with huge big block power and aggressive Shelby performance upgrades. These cars looked mean, sounded mean, and back in the late 60s, they were among the wildest Mustangs money could buy. This particular car is finished in white with black interior and powered by a 428 with dual carburetors. The seller says it's non-matching numbers and restored with fresh paint and interior work, plus they've owned the car for 36 years. That's actually a pretty huge detail. Long-term ownership usually tells you the car wasn't just flipped from owner to owner every couple years. Somebody genuinely cared about this thing. Now, the listing is a little rough around the edges, but honestly, sometimes that's how real enthusiast-owned cars are, not polished dealership descriptions. Just somebody saying, "Runs great, call me." And honestly, cars like this don't really need much explaining. The dual scoops, the aggressive front end, the massive hood, the Shelby styling, even sitting still, these cars look fast. And the sound of a big block FE Ford with dual quads is absolutely unforgettable. This is one of those cars that completely changes the atmosphere when it pulls into a parking lot.
Car number 4, 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe, Brockton, Massachusetts, $9,000. Now this might actually be one of the best entry-level classics we've seen in a while. A running, driving 1965 Mustang Coupe for $9 grand. And according to the seller, it's currently registered, insured, inspected, and actively driven. Honestly, that alone matters, because a lot of cheap classics end up needing thousands of dollars before they're roadworthy. This one sounds refreshingly simple. Inline 6 engine, automatic transmission, 67,000 miles, clean title, and the seller says it's in relatively good shape for its age. Now obviously this isn't a fire-breathing V8 muscle car, but honestly, early 6-cylinder Mustangs are underrated. They're lighter, smoother, easier to maintain, and much more approachable for first-time classic car buyers. And visually, first-generation Mustangs still have that timeless look no matter what engine sits under the hood. Long hood, short rear deck, simple chrome trim, Ford absolutely nailed the proportions on these cars. At $9,000, this feels less like a collector investment and more like an affordable way to actually enter the classic car hobby. And honestly, there's something cool about a simple, honest driver car. Not every classic needs to be perfect. Sometimes the fun comes from simply getting behind the wheel and enjoying the experience.
Car number 5, 1963 Ford Galaxy 500 XL Fastback, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, $28,000. And finally, we end part 1 with what might secretly be one of the coolest cars in today's entire lineup, a 1963.5 Ford Galaxy 500 XL Fastback. And if you know NASCAR history, you already know why these cars matter. Back in 1963, Ford introduced the Fastback's sport hardtop design specifically to improve aerodynamics for racing. And the result was one of the most beautiful full-size performance cars of the entire decade. This particular car sounds extensively restored and thoughtfully modified. Black paint, red interior, original Z-Code 390 FE V8, automatic transmission, track-lock posi rear end, rebuilt engine, upgraded fuel system, ceramic-coated headers, rebuilt transmission, custom-shaved trim, hidden door poppers, and a beautifully detailed restoration overall. Honestly, there's a ton of work in this car. The seller even goes into detail about stripping the car to bare metal and finding zero rust before restoration started. That's huge. And visually, black paint on a Fastback Galaxy already looks intimidating, but the shaved trim and lowered aggressive stance probably make this thing look even meaner. The coolest part is that it still keeps its vintage NASCAR-inspired personality, because even though it's a full-size car, these Fastback Galaxies were genuinely competitive on the racetrack back in the day. Ford dominated NASCAR in 1963 with these bodies, and today they've become highly respected collector cars because people finally realized how important they were historically. Honestly, this feels like one of those cars that gets more attention than expected at every show, simply because you don't see them very often anymore.
Car number 6, 1965 Ford Mustang Supercharged, Manalapan Township, New Jersey, $18,500. All right, this thing sounds absolutely ridiculous in the best possible way. A 1965 Ford Mustang with a supercharged 341 Ford engine and Holley EFI fuel injection. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of car that catches people completely off guard. Because from the outside, it probably still looks like a fairly simple early Mustang coupe. But then somebody pops the hood, and suddenly there's a blower staring back at you. The seller keeps the description super short, but honestly, they don't really need to say much. 341 Ford, supercharger, Holly EFI. That already tells the story. This isn't some mild cruiser. This is somebody's hot rod. And the Holly EFI setup is actually a huge plus because fuel injection makes these old performance builds way easier to live with compared to traditional carburetors. Better cold starts, smoother drivability, cleaner tuning, especially important on a supercharged setup. Visually, red with black interior is always a strong combination on a first-generation Mustang too. And the fact the seller claims only around 10,000 miles makes this sound like a pretty fresh build overall. Honestly, at under 20 grand, this thing feels borderline dangerous value-wise, because building a blown classic Mustang today could easily cost way more than the asking price alone. This is probably one of those cars that sounds absolutely insane the second it fires up.
Car number 7. (1969) Chevrolet Camaro, Lebanon, New Jersey, $95,000. Now this feels like a full modern pro touring style build. A fully restored bright yellow 1969 Camaro with black hockey stick stripes, fuel injection, coilovers, 4-wheel Willwood disc brakes, air conditioning, and a custom interior. Honestly, this sounds less like a restored muscle car and more like a modern performance car disguised as a 1969 Camaro. And visually, yellow with black stripes on a '69 Camaro already guarantees attention everywhere it goes. Because the 1969 body style is probably one of the most recognizable muscle car designs ever created. This particular car is powered by a fuel-injected small block 350, backed by a turbo 400 automatic transmission. And while some people expect huge horsepower numbers at this price point, honestly, the appeal here is balance. This sounds like a car built to actually drive comfortably and reliably. The adjustable coilover suspension, Willwood brakes, vintage air system, Bluetooth radio, custom center console, and houndstooth seats all point toward a modernized driving experience while still keeping classic Camaro personality. And that's why builds like this have become so popular lately, because people want vintage style without vintage headaches. The seller even says it's ready to go for the summer, and honestly, this feels exactly like that kind of car. The type you could drive to shows, road trips, cruise nights, or even long highway drives without worrying about overheating or terrible brakes. And visually, bright yellow probably makes this thing impossible to ignore in traffic.
Car number 8, 1968 Plymouth Sport Fury, Stratford, Connecticut, $39,999. Now this next car is seriously cool because it's something you almost never see anymore. A 1968 Plymouth Sport Fury, equipped with a matching numbers 383, a 4-speed manual, and a posi rear end. And honestly, full-size Mopar muscle cars deserve way more attention than they get. Everybody talks about Chargers, Roadrunners, and Cudas, but cars like the Sport Fury were quietly out there offering huge V8 power in a much bigger, more dramatic body style. This particular car sounds extremely rare too. The seller claims only around 619 Chrysler Fury models were built with a 4-speed in 1968, and once you narrow that down into Sport Fury trim levels, the numbers become even smaller. That rarity alone makes this thing interesting. The seller also says it's matching numbers and fully restored while remaining mostly original besides the color. And apparently, it already won Best Mopar and Best Car awards at Chrysler Carlisle. That's a pretty serious accomplishment because Carlisle events attract some incredibly high-level restorations. What I love about this car is that it sounds unapologetically different. Huge red body, vinyl top, big block 383, 4-speed manual. This thing probably feels massive and aggressive at the same time. The seller even says, be different. Honestly, that's exactly the appeal here. You can park this next to 20 Camaros at a show and people will still walk over to look at the Fury because they simply don't see them very often anymore.
Car number 9. 1969 Chevrolet Caprice Coupe, Inglewood, New Jersey, $24,500. Now this right here feels like a proper old-school boulevard cruiser. A 1969 Chevrolet Caprice 2-door coupe finished in green over green with rare bucket seats and only 44,000 original miles. And honestly, full-size late 60s Chevrolets have such a cool presence in person. Long body, hidden muscle car attitude, tons of chrome, wide stance, these cars feel substantial. This one's powered by a 350 V8 paired with a sought-after 3-speed automatic and aftermarket headers plus exhaust. And according to the seller, this car sounds amazing. Honestly, I believe it. Because full-size GM coupes with a healthy small block and dual exhaust always have that deep old-school rumble people love. The seller also says the interior is pristine, which matters a lot on these cars because replacement interior trim for big-body coupes can get expensive quickly. And the rare bucket seat setup makes this Caprice even cooler. Most people expect bench seats in cars like this, so buckets instantly make it feel sportier and more personal. Visually, green on green is also incredibly period correct. Cars in the late 1960s weren't afraid of color combinations that modern manufacturers would never attempt today. And honestly, that's part of the charm. This feels like the kind of car you'd slowly cruise through town in on a warm summer night, with the windows down and the exhaust echoing off buildings.
Car number 10. (1969) Pontiac Firebird, Hurley, New York, $45,000. And finally, we end today's lineup with what sounds like a beautifully restored first-generation Firebird. This 1969 Pontiac Firebird has undergone a full rotisserie restoration with less than 500 miles on the rebuilt drivetrain. And honestly, the seller's description gives off serious enthusiast energy. This doesn't sound like somebody flipping a car, it sounds like somebody built it for themselves. The car is finished in red with black interior and features Trans Am-inspired upgrades including the hood, rear spoiler, fender heat extractors, and front spoiler. And visually, those additions probably give the car a much more aggressive appearance without going too far away from the original design. Power comes from a rebuilt Pontiac 350 with a Rochester 4-barrel carb backed by a 204R overdrive automatic transmission. That overdrive transmission is actually a fantastic upgrade because it makes highway cruising way more comfortable compared to older 3-speed automatics. The seller also lists Viking coilovers, tubular control arms, factory front disc brakes, brand new interior, American racing wheels, BF Goodrich radial TAs, working factory air conditioning, and full undercoating. And honestly, the most important line in the listing might be this: all rusty metal was replaced with new panels. That's exactly what buyers want to hear on a first-generation F-body car, because rust repair on Camaros and Firebirds can become extremely expensive. The seller finally says, "I have too many cars and not enough time to drive them all." Honestly, that's probably one of the most relatable classic car owner problems imaginable. And this Firebird sounds like somebody's pride and joy that's finally being passed on to the next enthusiast.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's lineup. Honestly, there were some seriously cool classics in this one. But I want to know which one you'd actually take home if these were sitting in your garage right now. Was it the blown Mustang, the yellow Camaro, the Sport Fury, or maybe that beautifully restored Firebird? Drop your favorite down in the comments. And if you enjoy classic cars, muscle cars, vintage American cruisers, and rare hidden gems like these, make sure you stick around because there's a lot more coming soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.